for these two examples, you're given the sum and the difference of polynomials, and you're asked to find a missing term that fulfills that sum or difference. So sometimes it helps for these to write them stacked. So for number 1, 8x squared plus 3x minus 5, and you're adding that to 2x. So I'm going to put the 2x under the 3x because those are like terms. I'm adding that to 2x plus 7, so I put the 7 underneath the negative 5. And I have to figure out this missing term here. That makes a sum of negative 6x squared plus 5x plus 2. So how did I know to put that term underneath the 8x squared? I see that 3x's plus 2 more give me 5x's, right? And then negative 5 plus 7 is 2. So I know that I need to create an x squared term for that second polynomial so that when I take 8x squared and add it to that x squared term, I get negative 6x squared. So essentially you're saying 8 plus what gives you a negative 6? You could write an equation, 8 plus what number? I'm just going to call the variable a. 8 plus what gives me negative 6? And of course you could do this without creating the equation, but if you want to create an equation, you can. So subtract 8 from both sides. So that missing coefficient would be negative 14. So let's throw that in here. Let me erase this. So this is negative 14x squared. So let's check. 8 plus a negative 14 is negative 6x squared. So this answer right here should be negative 14x squared. For the second one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stack them. Negative 7x to the third minus 2x plus 9. And we're subtracting that from, so I know I need to put the minus sign outside parentheses. Something plus 4x's, so plus 4x would go underneath the negative 2x, and then minus 8 would go underneath the 9. When I subtract that, my answer is negative 10x to the third minus 6x plus 17. So essentially, I need to find the x to the third coefficient so that when I subtract those, I get negative 10x to the third. And checking the other two terms, right here, negative 2x's minus 4x would be negative 2 minus 4, which is negative 6, so that worked out. And then these terms here, 9 minus negative 8. So 9 minus negative 8, that double negative becomes a positive, right? So that does give us the 17. All right, so I need to figure out this x to the third term that we're missing here. So negative 7, just looking at the coefficients, minus something gives me an answer of negative 10, right? And of course, you don't have to write this equation unless you want to. So negative 7 minus something gives me a negative 10. So to find my missing coefficient, to solve for my missing variable, I would add 7 to both sides. So I get negative a is equal to negative 3. And the last step is to divide both sides by negative 1. So a should be equal to 3. So that means my coefficient here should be a positive 3. So let's check. Negative 7 minus 3 more is negative 10. So my missing term was 3x to the third.